Jack says, I had a temporary office address for our business. I don't know if somebody brought it to Google's attention, but they canned it with all of the reviews, SEO work, etc. I now have to set up a new one from their home address, which is verified, but it just is sitting there waiting on review. I saw your post somewhere recently where you liked the PO box better than the temporary office. Yes, I still think, it could have very well been that just there was some sort of manual. You remember, there's a big GMB spam team right now that's been out there. That's just, that's their entire job, is to just go try to identify spam listings and terminate them, suspend them. And it's it's easy to do it with a PO box too, but because the street address is the post office address. However, I have had one recently suspended, one of my tree service sites. And I think that was the reason, because I hadn't done anything in the GMB at all for months. And I just noticed it was suspended about maybe 3 weeks ago. And I'm assuming that got caught up in the same type of thing that I'm assuming yours got caught up in, which is just, it was manually reviewed by the spam team, and they saw that it was at a post office. So they suspended it. But I've noticed that those offices, those shared workspaces, and things like that, as well as using places like UPS stores, they tend to get suspended almost immediately, or get caught much quicker and sooner than PO boxes do. So unfortunately, it is what it is. As far as if you have now a verified one to a home address, that's much better. But if it's not been, if it's not been reviewed, like in other words, if you submitted if you verified it because you received the card and entered the PIN number in and all of that and submitted it, but now it's being left for review. I know for a fact that there's an issue with that. We've heard about it in our mastermind, as well as I have a client that tried to verify. I tried to verify another GMB listing for him at an employee's home address in a different city, and it was the same thing. It's a valid home address, but once I submitted the PIN, because we received it, he sent me a screen. He took a photo with his phone and sent me the PIN, and I verified it, and that was, I'd say, a month ago, and it's still pending. It's still pending for whatever reason. So I think there's just a glitch going on with that. Marco, do you got any comments on that?
Well, even though it's pending, if it was already verified, everything will go live, right? The post will go live. So I said, just leave it. Because I got one.
Won't go live though.
What's that?
The map won't go live.
Yeah, but the post and everything
the
else.
GMB website and the post.
Wait, if it's verified, you're pending verification. If it's verified and it goes into pending, then yes, the map listing is there. Everything's there, but it's just whatever change you make.
No, I'm telling you that the one that I'm talking about specifically, it's been I've submitted the verification number, and it says it will be, it takes up to 3 days to be reviewed before it goes live on Google Maps. And it's been stuck in that position, like in pending, for about a month now. And the GMB website is live and published, and the GMB posts will publish to the GMB website, but there's no maps listing. And so the GMB post won't show up in a knowledge panel, because there's no knowledge panel either, because the maps listing isn't there. What I'm saying is the GMB website is the only thing out of that entire setup that I did for the GMB that is live. Everything else is still not published because it's in pending status. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So unfortunately, I don't know how to force that either. It used to be that you could have an unverified listing and you could verify it, and it would be published, but it would still show as unverified even though you verified it. And then in the past, I've had people like one of our members in our Semantic Mastery Mastermind, who was a high-level local guide, just go post a review because it was a published listing, although it was unverified. Publicly, it showed unverified. And I would have somebody that was a high-level local guide go post a review, and within a matter of days, sometimes hours, it would say verified, right? But no longer, if it's unverified, even if you submitted the verification number, at least in my experience, if it's still in that pending status, it's not going to publish, which means you can't do anything about it. So unfortunately, I can't help you with that. You just have to wait. I don't know what else to say.